The next presentation will be on HIV prevention in adolescents in Indonesia. And for that, we will welcome Rizka. She's an assistant professor and midwife specialized in maternal and child health and sexual and reproductive health. She's also a leader and advocate. Thank you for welcome, Rizka.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here today, the only one from Indonesia, after a 15 hours flight. Thank you to ITM for a good opportunity. My name is Dr. Rizka Yustiani from Universitas 11 Maret, Indonesia. Have you visited Indonesia? Yes? Oh, good. Please come in if you never visit Indonesia. I'm excited to share with you our work and initiative that combines local wisdom, I'm excited to share with you our work and initiative that combines local wisdom, behavioral insight, and digital innovation to strengthen HIV prevention among Indonesian adolescents. This is the story of the Extreme Project, a youth-centered approach to making HIV education more inclusive, engaging, and sustainable. In Indonesia, many young people still face serious barriers to HIV testing and information. They fear being judged, facing complicated consent procedures, and often find health services not designed for them. At the same time, traditional awareness programs cannot keep up with this digital generation. Young people want flexible, private, and relatable warning, not lectures or clinics that feel intimidating. That's why we built a digital platform that meets them where they already are online, offering confidential HIV education and self-screening guidance that fits their work. This study was our response to the urgent need. We wanted to design something practical, a digital model that supports both learning and confidential action. To achieve this, we first examined how adolescents utilize technology in their daily life. We listened carefully to what they like, what they fear, and what makes them feel safe. We also brought in schools, parents, and health authorities to ensure our design aligns with real community realities. Ultimately, we co-created a model that is youth-friendly, culturally relevant, and user-friendly. We follow a clear step-by-step process. We begin by conducting surveys to understand students' digital habits and their research behaviors for health information. Next, we conducted group discussion with adolescents and key partners to gain insight into the real challenges they face. Using those insights, we designed a prototype and test it with both experts and users. Their feedback helped us refine the model, making sure it was safe, practical, and intuitive for young users. What did we find? Adolescents in our study show strong digital readiness. Almost all had smartphones and stable internet access. They were already connected and capable. They prefer websites over apps because they are easier to access and do not require storage space. They love short, visual, and interactive contents, and they wanted privacy while learning. Our design focused on being simple, engaging, and confidential, exactly what they had asked for. And from this insight, we create the Extreme model. It is a digital platform co-designed with young people and experts. Inside, they can learn through video and quiz, access their own risk, receive private guidance, and find testing support, all in one safe space. The model is user-friendly, culturally appropriate, and most importantly, trusted by its users. Our website, you can check in your phone, www.extreme.org. ekstrim.org is now, unfortunately, is now live in Bahasa Indonesia, and we are exploring in the other language after this conference. Okay, so move in the next slide. Here's how the Extreme framework pathway works. It begins with digital learning supported by peer educators and online counseling. Then adolescents do a private self-check, and if they are at higher risk, they are guided to testing services. Those not ready receive continuous support and encouragement through peer play, a powerful role bridging the gap between fear and confidence. This model fosters knowledge, trust, and readiness for action, transforming awareness into actual preventive behavior. So you can adopt in the model for your country if you want and if you proper in your work. Now let's look at what happened when we tried it. The results were very encouraging. Adolescents show a big leap in understanding of HIV prevention, improved risk response, and stronger digital confidence. Peer support also increased. They felt less isolated and were more open to discussing sensitive issues. The most remarkable finding was that testing uptake jumped for 9.7% to 100% among at-risk youth. It showed that when digital tools, peer support, and family engagement come together, real behavioral change occurs. From our reflection, there are three key lessons taught out. First, adolescents are digitally ready. The necessary infrastructure and motivation are in place. And the second one, they want health platforms that protects their privacy and autonomy. And the third one, persistent barriers such as stigma, age of consent, policies, and inequality still requires policy solutions. Stakeholders, ranging from NGO to school and government and health authorities, welcome Extreme as a complementary and scalable tool for HIV prevention. It fits perfectly with Indonesia's movement toward digital transformation in public health. To conclude, the Extreme project has shown that digital HIV education and self-screening youth truly work, and that adolescents are ready to embrace them. The model not only improves knowledge but also reduce stigma and achieve full testing uptake among at-risk youth. Extreme remind us that when social science, digital innovation, and community trust come together, young people can take a leading role in preventing infectious disease. Moving forward, we aim to expand this work to reach LGBTQ and rural adolescents, access long-term outcomes, and explore how Extreme can be integrated into national health system and for sustainable impact. Together, let's continue building inclusive, youth-friendly, and sustainable health innovation. If you would like to connect or collaborate, please don't hesitate to contact me in Instagram, LinkedIn, or email. Thank you so much for your attention. Terima kasih, matur nuwun.
Thank you, Rizka. We have time for 2 questions.